Yo, Nemi gang, so today I wanted to talk about the Tekken community as of recently. There's kind of been a hive mind of positivity, which is very refreshing to see. Now this is mostly because I am so used to seeing so much negativity in this community, and more so on Twitter and Reddit. And just overall, you just know how toxic it's been recently. Now it's so good to see or refreshing to see, and I think this is mostly because we don't really have all that much going on in Tekken 8. We're kind of like on a recess or like summer break. Think of it like a summer break before the TWT kicks off next month in March. So with that said, people kind of have a different look going into season 2. Like I said, everyone seems overwhelmingly positive recently, and there's been a lot of talk about what people want in season 2, how season 2 will make things better. Which brings me to another point, which is having high expectations going into season 2. Now, like I said, it's refreshing to see because we've been so negative, right? Just been so negative. Everyone thinks, okay, season 2 is going to have a bunch of new moves, which means new problems, a bunch of balancing issues, because it's so early to start adding new moves to the game, which I do agree. But people have seen to do like a complete 360 now, right? People are saying, okay, the new moves are kind of like a new beginning going into Tekken 8. Season 2 will bring a lot to the game. So, this had me thinking, I thought to myself, I need to talk about this, because at the end of the day, it seems the mindset is really what determines how people feel about a certain thing, or in this case, feel about a game, which is Tekken 8. Season 2, I made a video a few weeks back talking about how Season 2 can be a new beginning for mostly the frustrations that come with this game. People like Tekken 8 the way it is in its current state, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? You can love the game the way it is. If you're enjoying the game, you're finding it fun, that's on you, right? Bro, enjoy your peace. But you can't deny that there's so many people that find Tekken 8 frustrating in terms of gameplay. We've talked about this a million times. So many plus frame situations, so many guessing game situations, hit smashes, all that jazz, right? So people are expecting some sort of balance changes coming into Tekken 8. And with all this positivity, right, I feel as though a lot of people will be disappointed because they're keeping their expectations so high. We all know that Namco love the game the way it is. It was their intention to make the game the way it is. They stated they wanted to reduce the skill ceiling between pro players and new players, or low-level players, or like low-ranked players. Basically, someone that's relatively new to the game can have a good chance against a high-level player or someone who's way better than them at the game. They say this, their own words, harada ba, like the videos are there, the papers are there, bro, like the files are there. So it was intended. So because Namco want the game to be this way, or intended for the game to be like this, I don't think you should keep expectations all that high going into season 2. I personally think the game won't change all that much. Like, I want it to, bro. Like, I want hit engagers to be less than plus 17. Like, I want them to be a bit better. I want more hit engagers that are similar to pause forward 2, to King's grab, right? His pedigree grab, or Eddie's crouch throw, Jack's crouch throw, Dragonov's crouch throw. Those are the hit engagers that I like in the game. I don't like the idea of having a hit engager that puts you at point blank range at the opponent's face at plus 17, right? So things like this, in my opinion, need some tweaking. Power crush, hit engagers. That's basically the things we've talked about that seem to frustrate the majority of the Tekken community. These things need to be fixed, but again, it's something that Namco want to do in the direction they want the game to go into. So my point is, try not to keep your expectations high and you won't be disappointed. But the negativity aside, let's talk about some of the positivity going into S2, which is the new moves. Of course, we're looking at this from a glass half full point of view. Glass half empty, yes, we know it's too early for new moves, we might have new problems, we've talked about that a million times, but let's look at the positive side of adding new moves to Tekken 8 going into season 2. This mostly applies to the low tier characters. There are a lot of characters in this game that are missing tools that most of the higher tier characters have in this game. Characters like Steve, characters like Leroy, characters like Raven, right? Characters like Azucena, who seemed to be getting an awesome new move. So this is mostly the positive side of things. Like even the top tiers though, giving top tiers new moves, I hope it's something related to the identity and not something too strong, because giving top tiers good moves again would just make them even worse and more annoying to deal with. So it's kind of like a good thing, like giving more identity to characters. Like imagine Devil Jin getting something good in flight mode, like his Morning Crow, giving him something good, something better. Like that would be so dope, right? I imagine Steve getting maybe another command grab whilst in hit, something that gives him hit back or something like that, right? That would be so fun. So that's kind of like a positive thing if you look at the new moves being added to the game. But again, Bandai Namco are so unpredictable. We all know what happened in Tekken 7 Season 3. Again, I keep going back to this, right? I keep going back to the negative. I'm sorry guys, but like, it left a scar. Like, those are scars that still remain. Like, the war carry, how absurd things got back in Season 3. It's kind of like the fear I have going into S2 with these new moves. But like, at the end of the day, all we can do is wait and see. So just my point of this video is just talking about the community in general and the positivity, and it's something good that we haven't seen in a long time, and I hope it's something good that stays until Season 2 drops. And even when Season 2 starts, I do hope we see more of this positivity going in the game, because I think it's a good thing. Like, it's been so overly negative, and when people are negative about something, it like demotivates you to do stuff about things, right? I was very demotivated to play this game recently. I haven't played Tekken in 2 months, like ranked or just fighting someone. I haven't played this game in 2 months, bro. 2 months, that is crazy. That's the longest I've ever gone personally without playing Tekken. And like Tekken is like the game for me. Like Tekken is it, and I've gone 2 months without touching this game, bro. Like that is crazy to me. But recently I have been watching a lot of Tekken, you know, those Tekken replays channel that upload a lot of matches, online matches, right? Especially for the Koreans. It's a very fun game to watch, and it's been taking a lot of my time, and you can learn a lot by watching Tekken. By the way, just watching games, I just learned that Eddie can get a spike from his Majinga mid. That mid he gets when he gets Majinga, like he can get a spike at the as a war combo and do like a follow-up. I literally just found that out a few days ago. I had no idea. Like, so watching Tekken can improve your game massively. Obviously I'll make a separate video on this. I just got carried away, but like, yeah, watching a lot of Tekken is actually really good as well, right? Playing might be frustrating, especially if you don't like a lot of mechanics in the game, but just take the time to watch the game, and it's actually very, very fun. It's really like high level stuff. It is so fun. Like, going into Season 2, the best thing Namco can do right now is absolutely nail the hell out of Season 2, bro. Like, with this positivity right now, imagine Namco just nailing everything in terms of balancing, new moves. We get like new cosmetics, maybe you get a buff to customization, you get a buff to offline game modes, a buff to the battle pass, bro. Like, that would be insane. A good storyline as well, continued storyline. Like, with all this positivity going into S2, and Namco happened to just drop the hardest Tekken patch we've ever seen. Sheesh, I don't know guys, like Namco might be standing on a gold mine right now. Like, this is just hopeful wishes, and hopefully we do see Namco come through. So how are you guys feeling Tekken right now going into Season 2? Maybe it's just me who's kind of seen a positive trend recently, you know, but how are you guys feeling about the game? Do you still, you know, find the game ass? I know a lot of comments are negative, but like, I do understand your frustrations, guys. But let's try to keep a positive mind going into S2. Maybe things will change for the better, maybe things will be better, or you know, maybe we might turn a new league going into S2 if not much changes. How do we, like, all we can do is wait and see. But you let me know how you feel about the game right now. Have you been playing a lot of Tekken 8? Where is your mindset right now? And what do you expect for Season 2? Although I know we've talked about this a million times, and I know we mostly want the same thing for this game. We just want this game to be fucking better. Like, just make the game. But that's all that it is, right? That's all that it is. And you have to admit, guys, like, the game is just a year old and they've done a lot already. Like, they've done a lot. Tekken 8 honestly is okay. The numbers on Steam are decent for a fighting game. I know it can't match up to what Street Fighter 6 is pulling, but like, Tekken 8 is holding its own, especially being in the 3D space, right? So yeah, things are looking good. staying positive as well means not spending too much time on the game, because again, you might get frustrated. There's so much stuff to play out right now. There's Marvel Rivals, which is really fun. I know that's taking time of a lot of people. Path of Exile 2 is there as well, early access. You can keep that in mind. We have Monster Hunter dropping in 26 days, right, which is crazy. So you find yourself being frustrated a lot with Tekken 8, just spend some time with other games, play some story mode games. God of War came to PS Plus Extra this month, right? Something else to play. So, take your mind off things. Play some other games. Season 2 is a month away. Evo Japan should be next month. Might get an announcement or a release date. So, yeah, good things coming, guys. I hope Namco really do hit the nail in the coffin with Season 2. So anyway, guys, just wanted to, blow off some steam. Get my mind off of things and just talk about the community and Tekken 8 in general. I have a video coming out in a few days about the bad habits of Tekken 8 that you should stop doing, so look forward to that. So anyway, if you made it this far, guys, don't forget to that like button, subscribe if you're new, feel free to browse through my content, and if you do like it, hit that subscribe button. So anyway, thank you, my boys, and as usual, may the frame data be ever in your favor. GG.